do 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 do. Oh hey! I'm not Dan from World of MrGrey. I'm his scientific uncle who now and again tries to take over his videos to bring you the hard-hitting scientific theory shiznit from around the world. It's a strange phenomenon that nobody ever talks about, yet everyone has experienced. People from explorers, mountaineers, war survivors, they've all experienced something like this. And it's called the third man factor. A mysterious presence that appears during life or death situations. Some say it's a guardian angel. Others, it's a glitch in the matrix. But everyone who's felt it agrees. It's real. Let's start with the more famous case of the third man complex, hypothesis, theory, factor. The first one, probably the more famous one, is Ernest Shackleton. In 1916, in the Antarctica expedition, explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton was trapped in the cold, bloody icy wilderness in Antarctica. It was freezing, they had no food, they barely had any supplies left, and it was just him and his three companions trying to get across the wilderness to get some help for the rest of the crew who was still relatively alive. And the story goes, as they crossed the mountainous region of South Georgia Island, they felt a presence. There was 3 of them in this expedition going for help. But through the entire walk, slog, whatever, in his memoirs he writes that he felt there was a 4th person following them, giving them guidance along the way, helping them along, and just being overall supportive. They never saw this person. It was just a feeling they had that there was a 4th person with them on that long journey to get help.
Who is the third who walks always beside you? When I count, there are only you and I together. But when I look ahead up the white road, there is always another walking beside you, gliding wrapped in a brown mantle, hooded. I do not know whether a man or a woman, but who is that on the other side of you?
All 3 of the men agreed that there was just the 3 of them. There was never any 4th person walking alongside them, but it was just that feeling they had, yet no one was there. In 1933, whilst climbing Everest, Frank Smythe was heading towards the summit. He was climbing for hours on his own. The entire time, in the last part of the journey, he felt there was a presence, again, guiding him, watching him, walking alongside him, giving him help, and giving him encouragement. So much so, he even broke a piece of food in order to share it with the companion, but there was no one there. 9/11/2001, the World Trade Center. Ron DeFrancesco was trapped inside the South Tower. Smoke all around him, chaos all around him, people just begging for help. And he was struggling to find his way through the smoke. Suddenly he felt a presence beside him, guide him through the smoke, down to safety, and he got out of that tower just before it collapsed. Dan, who runs this channel, my tiny little nephew, also had a similar experience. He wasn't in any survival for his life or anything. He actually went downstairs to try and get a packet of what's this because he had the munchies. But I'll let him explain his story. Cheers, Unc. So yeah, for those who watched the live stream the other day, I was taking suggestions for a video, and one of them was the third man factor. So I thought I'd ask my uncle to make that video. But yeah, I did have a really weird experience after that live stream. Oh, sorry, the next day after it was. Basically, I just made a video about a subject, and after making it, before I was going to edit it, I thought I'm a bit peckish. So I ran downstairs, I got a packet of what's-its, and I ran back upstairs, and as soon as I came around the corner of the door to run upstairs, and I'm not even joking, I genuinely thought there was someone about a foot away from me just about to follow me upstairs, and it made me pause on the stairs. I got about 2 or 3 steps up, I stopped, I thought, shit, there's someone in my house. I ran back down, nobody there. Looked everywhere. I live on my own, I'm a single sad person, and I didn't find anyone there. There was no way there was anyone there, but I genuinely had that feeling that someone was about to follow me up the stairs. And as soon as I realised I was all alone, the hairs on the back of my neck flew up. Almost, they flew up so far, it almost gave me a comb over. Yeah, it was really weird. I'm a skeptic, I know, I'm an open skeptic, but that genuinely freaked me out. Now, I wasn't in any, survival, stress-induced danger or anything. I was literally getting a packet of what's-its. And I don't know if that's connected to the scientific aspect of the third man factor, but it genuinely freaked me out. Anyway, that's my little story. Back to my uncle. Those are just some of the stories throughout the years where people have said they have felt a presence alongside them. And it's not like an evil presence like you get through hypnagogic state, sleep paralysis. It's not that kind of presence. It's more of a guiding, like a guardian angel. Just someone encouraging you to keep going, and don't stop. But what does science say about all this? Psychologists say that it's more of a coping mechanism. In moments of extreme stress and isolation, it's your brain trying to cope with the surroundings they're in, the situation they're in, and it sort of creates a companion to help you through the journey, help you through the drastic situation you're in. And that's what psychologists tend to believe. Phenomena is linked to something called the temporal parietal. Didn't say that. It's the part of your brain that controls the sense of yourself. Under trauma like oxygen loss, cold temperatures, or emotional stress, the region in your brain may misfire and create illusions or a feeling of a presence. So is it just the brain protecting itself? But science doesn't explain everything to do with the phenomena. People describe an intelligent presence. It shows up just when they need it, and survivors often feel changed after the experience. Paranormal researchers think the third man factor might be a guiding presence, maybe a loved one who's passed on, or just a guardian angel sent down to, or up, it's up to you, to guide you along in order to survive the ordeal you're in. The third man also factors into other strange experiences. Hortoscopy, seeing the double of yourself, like a mimic. Can't shout that in no manners, but it's different. The felt presence phenomena, the sense that someone's behind you, someone's looking at you from behind, and the hairs on the back of your neck rise, and the hairs on your head, the arms is bloody freaky. I have that all the time. Sleep paralysis. Dan, my little nephew who runs this channel, he has that now and again. He hasn't had it for a long time, he said. But when he has had it, it does give you a feeling there's someone in the room. But with sleep paralysis, it's more of like a bad presence. It's not a guiding presence like the third man factor. But it's a similar kind of brain misfiring. I don't know. Maybe the third man is just us, fighting for that survival in the rat race of the 9-to-5 working job. Some in military, some in war-ravaged countries. Maybe it's just our brain trying to cope with everything that life throws at us. That's bloody a lot, let's be honest. Or maybe there is something watching, staring, making you do weird motions with your hands when you're trying to speak. Maybe it's just that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this very brief little journey through the phenomena called the third man hypothesis. Or factor. I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you've experienced the third man factor. Have you been in a situation where you've felt a presence guiding you to the shops or something? Or do you genuinely believe there was a guardian angel with you at that time of stress and emotional impact? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave a sub if you're new to his channel. Don't mind, I'm just the uncle. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye for now.